happens when you have the thyroid removed and what happens to your skin? I was 22 years old when I was told, hey, you got thyroid cancer. I needed surgery ASAP. It was a Thanksgiving week, and being completely unaware of any seriousness, I was only concerned about one thing. What was the scar going to look like? The summer before it happened, I had fried my neck being on a vacation, and I was worried that the scar was going to look even worse. But in all of that turmoil, it was actually the foundation of getting me to where I am today. Because without that diagnosis, without that surgery, without me being concerned about having a scar from one end to the other, I wouldn't be here today in the skincare industry. It taught me more about barrier repair and nutrition and how the body goes from inside out than anything. 43,000 facials, 30 years as a biological esthetician. Today I'm going to tell you what nobody told me before having that surgery. It might just be exactly what you need to hear. What I didn't know is the thyroid sends all these hormones that help the skin out. So not only did I have cystic acne, I also now had cystic acne and a barrier repair problem, but I didn't know it. They thought at the time that they were just going to give me a pill and everything would be fine, but it doesn't send the same signals, which was another thing I learned all about what kind of thyroid medicine, this is not medical advice, that I should take, and the synthetic thyroid medicine was not it, because it didn't send all the hormones into my skin and my body. The other thing nobody told me was with the thyroid that you're going to experience dryness. What nobody really ever told me was wait till you have a hysterectomy on top of that. The sad part about it is there was nothing clinical, nothing being said that could help me in my journey then. All I knew is nothing worked, and I was trying everything. I had even gone to a Nordstrom's counter and bought a skincare line that I literally had to rinse. I was told you had to rinse your face 7 times and your cystic acne will go away and you'll be magically gorgeous. Years later, I really understood, after much education, is that the hormones are so responsible for barrier. Even another lesson was surface products, which until a few years ago, that's all we had. But surface products didn't even touch the barrier problems. And all I was doing at the time, I was treating symptoms. I was not treating the source. And despite all of my quest for answers, nobody else was doing that either. No answers from estheticians, from doctors, from cosmetologists, from beauty counters. Everywhere I went, I did not have an answer. Years later, what I learned in the treatment room and also working with women is treatment, post-treatment surgery for almost anything, but especially for thyroid or cancer or hormone like hysterectomy, anything like that where you have a drastic change in the hormones also affects the barrier. In the long run, we're treating the wrong problem. We really need to be treating it as a barrier problem. And when we do treat the barrier, we need to stop the aggressive stuff, stop the emulsifiers, stop everything that's making the skin so sensitive that it hurts and it's red and it feels like it's gonna crack. And when you're post-treatment, I encourage you to pare back your whole treatment plan, really simplify it so that you can figure out what products are doing what. And all of the journey that I've been on, from thyroid to hysterectomy to female to everything cystic acne, all of this led to the creation and finding a regenerative BioBarrier repair method that could actually, I knew step by step what was going to help with our skin. The other part of that is really making it, you're going back to basics, you're going back to cellular repair, you're going back to the root of the problem. And that's what I did with Skin Diva Labs. When we formulated Skin Diva Labs, it was really all about oncology patients and people going through chemo. And the skincare had to be not only clean as like no toxins, but it also had to be regenerative because I wanted everybody to have gorgeous skin, and it had to perform with the BioBarrier Method. It wasn't really about building a skincare brand. It kind of evolved on itself. It was really about building a product that I could use in the treatment room. And that's how Skin Diva Labs came about. And the more we used it in the treatment rooms, we started using it on every facial. We use every facial today. We do have a couple of things that we use for peels, but everything we use for thousands and thousands of clients, we use Skin Diva Labs because we know that we're not going to get an allergic reaction. We know that we're going to make their skin glow, and they're going to get the best results for a facial that they've ever had. And that's the goal. And out of all of that, this is what I'd love for you to walk away with today. And here's some really good truths. Stop treating symptoms. Find out why the barrier is failing. Number 2 is clean is not the same as you think it is. And clean can be clean, but not effective. You want both. And believe it or not, your skin can rebuild. It's not done. It still can be made stronger because you're going to give it the tools it needs to make it strong. Why? Skin cells renew continuously all the time. With the right formulas, you can physically change it. You can see it. Science shows that you can change it, but it's more important that we see it for ourselves in the mirror. Everything I talked about as far as skincare is on skindivalabs.com. Comment REGEN down below, and I'll put a link there to send you my Regenerative BioBarrier Repair Method. It's a wonderful lesson in lots of education on how the skin works and getting to the root of the problem, and even more so ingredients and how the specialty ingredients are changing the skin. And if you love this video, stay with me for the next one, and it's right on the screen, and we'll see you in the next video.